boring. Yep. What the hell? God, no. Faraday future. Pass. Elon. Hey, thanks again for the rules. Whatnot. I just wanted to know if you'd be down to another carve. Guys, this is the Tesla Model AF, and as always with Tesla timelines, this car will be available for delivery in 2 weeks. No, scrap that. 1 week. Working for a serious guy like Elon, I didn't want to mess around, so I spent a few minutes considering friction factors and efficiency, which was just boring. Really boring. But here's what I came up with. Straight up, the bodywork is not only microscopically textured like a golf ball for reduced surface friction, but the leading edges of the car are used as the primary heat exchangers. What that means is that any internal heat is dissipated through the front body panels, which when the car is moving, cause warm air to flow over the car, and since warm air is less dense than cool air, it makes the car a bit more slippery, you get it. The tyres also got reworked and now have active inflation, so when you enter onto a straight road, the car overinflates the tyres for reduced rolling resistance, or if the car enters onto a winding road, it underinflates them for more grip. It also now has full ride height control to further reduce drag by lowering itself when it can. And on a racetrack, of course, it can do all of this instantaneously for those sweet lap times, vital for impressing your local hick. Another addition is the second-hand spoiler, which not only gives the car more downforce when going fast AF boy, but by using backwards-facing radar, the car detects if there is another vehicle behind it, how far back it is, and then varies the angle of the spoiler to give that tailing vehicle a cleaner air path, and so greater efficiency. So not only is the Tesla doing good for the world, but it's helping broke, struggling paupers living in utter poverty do the same. Oh, and if a car is tailgating you, it naturally destroys their aero efficiency and creates a low pressure zone on top of them, which it then pollutes with battery fumes until their chemically addled brain crumbles in on itself like dried ash and they crash into oncoming traffic. The final efficiency feature, and probably the most obvious, is the rooftop solar panel. Now it charges the batteries a bit, whatever, but more to the point. Using meteorological data, the car can now plot routes that optimize the amount of sunlight it receives, and so extend its own range. Perfect for those long road trips we like to imagine ourselves taking, but then remember that sitting in a car for dozens of hours could only be considered entertainment 20 years ago, lest we forget. Oh, and it can also use that weather data to maximize its tailwind to further improve efficiency. Both improvements I know are pretty trivial, and you'd probably only gain another 1% range, if that. But our fanboys eat that shit up. I'm telling you, next time you meet one of our drivers, they won't shut up about it. Quick side note, I have to give a bit of a shout out to the Tesla engineers who offered me a lot of help designing this, and I really got to see how passionate they are about advancing the transport industry and making our lives easier. And when you think about it, how much time have cars already saved humanity? Compared to walking or traveling by horseback, modern transport saves us hours each week, time we can spend with our friends and family instead of just traveling. Although admittedly, I can't say I feel like I have any more free time. Where did that time even go? We're all working more than ever and are more stressed than ever. We now voluntarily go for pointless walks to de-stress. What is even the point of cars? They only give us more time to work. We're all getting scammed. This transport thing is a scam to make us work more. Autopilot only exists so we can sleep in our cars and get back to work. They're making us slaves. They're making us slaves. I want to walk. Moving on from efficiency, the dead-eyed eunuch of engineering. Let's talk about speed. You know, a few people, some might consider them rednecks, were complaining that the previous gen car, although fast, wasn't dragster fast, neck-breaking fast, wasn't Anthem's development time fast. And with the addition of a few new technologies and improved battery chemistries, this was honestly a trivial fix and I can't really claim much credit for it. But now, if you press the accelerator hard, you'll go from 0 to 100 in 0.5 seconds. Seriously, think about that, half a second. 100 here being, of course, the angle of your headrest. Complain about that! Speed so fast your body tingles all over. Acceleration so hard, you can't feel your legs. G-force is so great. You know, everyone talks about the thrill you feel when you get into a Ferrari. because of its pedigree, its craftsmanship, its enchanting elegance. And wanting to induce a similar feeling, I consulted a few fellow designers. They're actually a couple Russians, but surprisingly they know this stuff. And they were very cheap. And together we designed a groundbreaking, truly innovative system whereby every time you get into the car, not only are you greeted by a lovely interior, but courtesy of my Russian designers, there is now a 1 in 1,000 chance that the batteries beneath you will go critical, explode, and transition your body from solid to gas with just enough time for you to experience the life-rending pain before you become a lithium compound. Now that's a thrill. That's living. Grand Russia. I don't even know what that means, but they keep telling me to say it. Yeah, I said it, alright, calm down. You Russians are so needy. Another thing Teslas have become known for are, of course, their Easter eggs. One of the most famous being the Rainbow Road. And I'm excited to announce that we will be partnering with Nintendo to include a fully playable Mario Kart Rainbow Road race accessible whenever your car is on autopilot mode. So you can drive to work and have a race. What a life. And to further instill a sense of immersion, and to distract you from unintentionally gazing outside your window and seeing the rabble in their disgusting combustion atrocities, if you crash in-game or get hit by an item, your car will violently veer into oncoming traffic right after releasing all seatbelts and deactivating all airbags. The game lobby will also be made up of other drivers near you, so think Sword Art Online, cross Mario Kart, cross Live Leak. And finally, a few smaller additions. There are now 100-watt lasers incorporated into the Renegon headlights, so if someone cuts you off or is driving slowly, you can deface their car or retina. We also upgraded the car's outdated and frankly laughable machine vision and crash detection system, so if it now predicts that you're about to have a crash, that might leave a disgusting scar on your perfect face. Perish the thought. The car will fire off all airbags and mercy kill you. And then it goes thermonuclear to give you an appropriate funeral and ensure there are a few slaves prepared to greet and serve you in the afterlife.